Welcome to the Dirttime channel. I'm Alan Halcon.
I'm Dude McLean, and this is Christopher Nergis.
And John McCann's, well, no, actually they're not here, but
yeah.
Hey John, hey Christopher. Anyway, let's talk about something I really don't see talked about too much, but it's probably important since most everyone nowadays has one. And that is your phone as a survival tool. And first and foremost, these new phones, these new smartphones, whether it's the iPhone or this Galaxy, which I have from Samsung, that's a plug for you guys because I love this phone. There are a lot of really great apps. And as an example of a survival tool, we were interviewing some people and they were on vacation in the Middle East somewhere. I can't remember whatever. Anyway, they got kidnapped. Okay? And this came out on one of those TV shows, I Shouldn't Be Alive or something to that effect. Anyway, they got kidnapped and somehow the woman, it was a couple, managed to keep her phone on her. She had a friend in the embassy, in the American embassy, and
that's always convenient.
Yeah, fancy how that happens. I don't think they were. I don't know if it was vacation or business or whatever have you. Anyway, when they got to their location, she had cell phone service and she was able to call her friend. Okay, and they asked, well, where are you? Well, she goes, I don't know, but let me call you back. The husband downloaded a GPS app on the phone. Not so much like Google Maps or anything, but just something that gives them the coordinates of where they're at. He downloaded the app, extracted the coordinates, called back, this is where we're at, and bada bing, 2 days later, they were saved. They knew all about the abduction and everything. Obviously, it was a political thing, but these are great. These are great to have as far as a survival tool. There are a lot of apps that you can have for this. For instance, one of the biggest things I find I use all the time is a flashlight. So of course, I have a flashlight app on here. I press the button and this thing just lights up. The flash on the backside lights up and the screen goes completely white to give you a more subtle, subdued flash. Some of the other things that I have in my phone are first aid manuals. Whether it's the military, and a lot of these apps are free. You can pay for some, but a lot of them are for free. I have a first aid manual in here. I have rescue manuals. I have a manual on tying knots. Certainly the GPS application I have in here. This is a great little tool.
Okay, I have an antique phone here. This is not a great little tool, other than I can make fire with the battery.
You know what though? True enough about that, and that's the other point I want to talk about. On the iPhones, the battery's internal, so that becomes a problem making fire. But these older phones, these batteries in these older phones are just rock solid for making fire with steel wool. And
yeah.
we've shown that to people, and they're just like, oh my God! All you have to do is have a little bit of fine steel wool, like 0.0 or 4 steel wool. This phone that you have, dude, and yeah, maybe you should plan on upgrading it. Will still work well as a flashlight.
I can barely operate this one, much less one like that.
Yeah. So just food for thought. There are a lot of useful apps out there that you can use. Survival manuals. I mean, I have the whole military survival manual, the first aid stuff. I mean, just a ton of good, useful apps for those in the outdoors. And certainly you can get the topographic maps on here as well. But I just wanted to touch that.
It's a good point.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch a little bit on that today.
Technology can be your friend.
Yeah. Now the other thing that you gotta the other thing you gotta think of, well, you have all those great apps, but you get lost out there. How long is that gonna last you? Well, that's when you carry a solar charger as well, which I do have one of those in my pack. Anyway, I'm Alan Halcon, Dude McLean. We'll see you next time on Dirttime.com.
Check your 6 again.